Hello my dear students, good afternoon. Previously we discussed the radius of nth orbit. Radius means distance from nucleus to outermost shell. Outermost shell means last shell or valency shell we call, means where electron is present in that particular electronic configuration. For solving numericals, right now I will give you the particular electronic configurations or where electron is present to know the shell number, because here n is the shell number I was given already, and simplified formula also I was given. So right now for solving numericals, electron present in what shell I will give you. Otherwise you know the electronic configurations I was given already up to 30 elements. Okay, so and moreover I will explain after quantum numbers again, you have no need to worry. And come to this radius, and radius you have a simplified formula after substituting this Planck constant h and pi value, mass of electron, z is atomic number, E is the charge of electron. Those all I was given in previous, and here except n and z we can substitute these values, and I was given that 0.529 into n square by z. This is in angstrom actually. So this is the radius formula. Now after radius we have to discuss about Mr. energy of nth orbit. Okay, so energy of nth orbit we use En, and this is equals to potential energy or total energy we can call, or this is equals to potential energy plus kinetic energy. Actually this is total energy of nth orbit we call as total energy, or else it is equal to total energy or energy of nth orbit is equals to sum of the potential energy and the kinetic energy actually. So what is the potential energy and what is the kinetic energy? So we know for revolving electron is revolving around the nucleus, certainly that has some kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is half mv square. So you know the mv square value, it is ze square by r instead. So ze square by 2r will come. How? You know the centripetal forces and centrifugal forces. Centripetal forces is minus ze square by r square, and the centrifugal force is minus mv square by r. Both are equal. Centripetal force is equals to centrifugal, or centrifugal force is equals to centripetal force, means minus mv square by r is equals to minus ze square by r square. Minus minus cancel, r cancel. So mv square is equal to ze square by r. What is this? mv square is equal to ze square by r. You remember this while learning about radius of nth orbit. I was given centripetal force and centrifugal force. Okay, both are equal when electron is revolving in a certain orbit, because energy of nth orbit, for orbit what is energy we are calculating, means for a particular orbit means centripetal force and centrifugal forces are equal or not. So here from that you have mv square is equals to ze square by r. So what you have here, instead of mv square I was substituted ze square by r. So ze square by 2r, no negative. Velocity won't be negative, na? So minus or plus or no need to confuse. So kinetic energy formula what you have finally? So kinetic energy is equal to ze square by 2r. This is kinetic energy. And what is the potential energy? Potential energy you have here minus ze square by r actually. Potential energy formula, simply remember this potential energy. So here these two formulas, if you know our energy of nth orbit over, because you know the radius, formula, just that's why just today class I started with the radius formula. Okay, so what is potential energy? Minus ze square by r, and kinetic energy ze square by 2r. So therefore what is the total energy? En is equals to what now? En is equals to potential energy plus kinetic energy, right? Potential energy plus kinetic energy. So En or else this is also called total energy. Both are same. So this is another. Now what you can do, total energy or else energy of nth orbit is equals to, what is potential energy? Minus Ze square by r. This is potential energy. And what is kinetic energy? Plus Ze square by 2r. Got it? So what will be the total energy? Therefore total energy, if you simplify this one, minus Ze square by 2r remains. 2r is the LCM and minus 2Ze square plus Ze square. If you want one more step, I'll write. You want 2r is the LCM. Okay. So 2r and here minus 2Ze square plus Ze square. Can I write this like this? Okay. Now what will be the total energy? Therefore total energy is equals to minus Ze square by 2r. This is the total energy. So total energy you have formula. What is the total energy, sir? Total energy is equals to minus Ze square by 2r is the total energy. What is the kinetic energy formula? Ze square by 2r. How kinetic energy you have? I was given from this. mv square is equals to Ze square by r. So maximum we are trying to avoid by heading, but simply the potential energy we have to remember. Of course we can have this formula also, no need for us, waste of time. So kinetic energy is Ze square by 2r. How this formula came? I was given here. Potential energy minus Ze square by r. Very simple. Here only you have Ze square by r, that you are writing with a negative. That's it. Potential energy. Total energy, you know, potential energy plus kinetic energy. So I was substituted this and total energy I got minus Ze square by 2r. So this is the final formula for us. What is the total energy formula? Total energy is equals to minus Ze square by 2r. Okay. So what are the relations now? What are the relations between this total energy and kinetic energy and all? Okay. So now you can say total energy is equals to minus kinetic energy. Can I write like that? Because total energy is minus Ze square by 2r and kinetic energy is Ze square by 2r. What is the difference between kinetic energy and total energy? Only negative is the difference. So minus of minus it will become, if you substitute this formula. Getting? Otherwise kinetic energy is equals to minus total energy. Both are same. Or else you can write kinetic energy is equals to minus total energy. So minus of minus it will be plus. For kinetic energy, if you substitute, it is Ze square by 2r. Minus Ze square by 2r is total energy. Got it? So this is the relation between total energy and kinetic energy. Important. They'll ask you in exam for a particular nth orbit, means k shell or l shell. Total energy is x. What is the kinetic energy? Total energy is x. So kinetic energy is minus x. That's it. Got it? So that is the relation. And now what is the relation between this potential energy and total energy? So minus Ze square by r is potential energy. So what you can write, total energy is equals to half into potential energy. Can I write like this? Correct? Correct or not? Because minus Ze square by 2r total energy. Minus Ze square by r. Only minus Ze square by r is potential energy. So total energy is equals to half into potential energy. Therefore potential energy is equals to 2 into total energy. So if total energy is x, then potential energy is 2x. Getting? Because in the denominator 2 is not there for potential energy. Got it? So for total energy, minus Ze square by 2r you have. Difference understood? Okay. And now what is the potential energy and kinetic energy relation? It is minus 2 into kinetic energy. So these all relations are very important. Please note down all these relations. So total energy is equals to minus kinetic energy, or kinetic energy is equals to minus total energy, and total energy is equals to half into potential energy, or else potential energy is equals to 2 into total energy. Okay, so potential energy, so here minus 2 K. Okay, total energy is what? P plus K. Okay, so P is equals to minus 2 into K. What is P, K, you know? So these are the relations. So till here these relations you please remember everyone. So up to here you understood what is total energy? Minus ZE square by 2R, and total energy and potential energy and kinetic energy relations. Now I will substitute R value in this total energy so that you will have one direct formula for total energy. So please have a screenshot and write down all these things. Now I will go for substitution by using R. Okay. So what I will do now, let's see. So total energy formula just now I was given. What is the total energy, or else energy of nth orbit? It is minus ZE square by 2R, right? So what is radius? We know that R is equals to radius just now n square h square by 4 pi square mze square, 4 pi square mze square. This is a formula. So substitute this radius here in this total energy. In this total energy you substitute in place of R, you just substitute this one. Okay, now what is the, therefore what energy of nth orbit is equals to minus ZE square by, now it's 2 into, what do you have, n square h square by 4 pi square mze square. So just bring this into the numerator so that you will have energy of nth orbit. It is minus 4 pi square m z square, z into z. This entire term will goes to numerator. So my mz square e power 4, because e square is there, this is e square, e power 4 by, and 2 into n square h square. Correct what I did? So this entire term I brought here. Got it, sir? Therefore, now energy of nth orbit is 2 times. So minus 2 pi square mz square e power 4 by n square h square. This is the energy of nth orbit final formula. So I won't repeat, but previously I was given, and few people again asking what is h like that. How many times I said h value is a Planck constant, its value in ergs and joules, everything I was given. So pi value is 3.414 and h value suppose 6.6 into 10 power minus 27 ergs. In Celsius units I am substituting, and the mass of electron is minus 4 point minus or plus, that is mass sorry, 9.1 into 10 power minus 20 minus 27 no minus 28 grams, minus 28 grams. And this e means what? Charge of electron. It is 4.8 into 10 power minus 10 ESU, because in ergs Celsius unit only you have to substitute. Okay, ergs Celsius, ESU, charge of electron in ESU is Celsius unit, and anything remains Z and mass remain. Okay, N and Z we cannot substitute, sir. So if you substitute these values, H is Planck constant, remember, mass of electron, charge of electron in ESU, electrostatic units, pi value, M, E, H, pi value, if you substitute, then energy you will get one formula. Energy formula you will get. What is energy formula? Energy of nth orbit minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 10 power minus 18 joules you will get. Means 10 power minus 11 into this z square remains z square by n square. Z and n values while solving numericals only we will come to know. If it is hydrogen atom, Z value 1, Z is atomic number and N is the shell number. What shell electron is present at the time of numerical only we can come to know. Okay, so this is in terms of ergs per atom. This is the energy of nth orbit formula. Pakka, if you substitute these values, you will get this formula. Simplified formula why we are using for solving numericals. We have no need to substitute these and we have no need to use any calculator, waste of time. This is the general formula for energy of nth orbit and this is energy of nth orbit simplified formula. If options are given ergs per atom, then this formula we have to use for solving numericals. So what is energy of nth orbit? Minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 11 into z square by n square ergs per atom. Got it? So this formula you remember, everyone? Okay, you can understand everything. Okay. Next, energy of nth orbit in joules also you can have, because 1 erg is how many joules? You know that 1 joule is how many ergs? 1 joule is 10 power 7 ergs. So 1 erg is how much? 10 power minus 7 joules. 1 joule 10 power 7 ergs. So 1 erg how much? 1 erg is 10 power minus 7 joules. So in place of erg you can convert into 10 power minus 7 joules. No? So what is energy of nth orbit formula therefore? Energy of nth orbit now minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 18 into z square by n square. This is joule per atom. What is this? Joule per atom. Energy of nth orbit formula. What is energy of nth orbit formula? Minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 18 into z square by n square joule per atom. Okay, you can convert into many actually. 1 joule is 1 electron volt is 1 electron volt. What EV is equals to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Sir, understand? So if you want to convert into electron volts, then simplify. 1 joule is how much? Now 1 by 1.6. 1 joule is equals to 1 by 1.602 into 10 power minus 19. So you can have this formula. Then energy of nth orbit minus 13.6 into z square by n square. This is EV per atom. Electron volt per atom. How I get this formula? How I can get this formula? 1 electron volt is equals to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joules. So that 1 joule is equals to 1 by 1.602 into 10 power minus 19. So if you substitute here, then pakka you will have this formula. Believe me. Slowly understand, no problem, because these are very important. This energy formula, radius formula, we will have some numericals. Okay, they are asking previously this year NEET exam you have one question based on all this. Okay, so slowly try to understand. If you want, we will take extra classes, no problem. Extra videos I will do. Otherwise, physically if classes happen, I will come and take extra classes. But subject we will complete. Believe us. Okay, and you have to solve numericals and everything with full clarity. That is my intention. Try to understand. So this is energy of nth orbit formula in electron volt per atom, minus 13.6 into z square by n square, EV per atom. So all these formulas, how came, you have to understand. But finally here, not here, you have formulas here. Somebody asking numericals, minus 13.6 into z square by n square, electron volt per atom. Minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 18 into z square by n square, joule per atom. Those formulas should be here for writing, so that you can avoid time wasting. So these all are important formulas. Energy of nth orbit, two more formulas you have, I'll give you. So please note down all these things. This is the energy of nth orbit. I was substituted radius, so finally I have like this. This is also very important. Match the following, they'll ask you. Okay, so very important. So now I'll give you two more formulas for energy of nth orbit. What is that? In kilojoule per atom. This kilojoule per atom, if you want, kilojoule per atom. So energy of nth orbit is minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 15. 1 joule is equals to 1 kilojoule means 10 power 1 kilojoule means 10 power 3 joules, right? So 1 joule means 10 power minus 3 kilojoule or not? So not 10 power, it's 10 power minus 21. Okay, understanding? 1 joule means 10 power minus 3 kilojoule. Sir, following everyone, 10 power minus 18 into z square by n square joule per atom. So I am trying to convert into kilojoules, kJ. Then energy of nth orbit I will have minus 2 okay, here I am writing. So 10 power minus 18 I will write, 10 power minus 18 into z square by n square, this is joule per atom. Now kilojoule per atom I will write minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 10 power minus 21 into z square by n square. This is kilojoule per atom. Kilojoule per atom, this is formula. Kilojoule per mole I want. Kilojoule per mole. If I want, what to do? For one atom, this much energy. Per mole means Avogadro number. Means you have to multiply with 6.023 into 10 power 23. For one atom, kilojoule per atom, no, this is energy. Per atom, what is energy? Minus 2.18 into 10 power minus 21 into z square by n square. This is kilojoules per atom. This is per mole I want. Means Avogadro number I have to consider or not? 6.023 into 10 power 23 atoms. How much energy? How much energy? Why I am differentiating with a different color, you know, otherwise you will mix both. Okay, 6.023 into 10 power 23 means how many moles? 1 mole. For 1 mole, what is energy? Means you have to multiply, cross multiply it or not? 1 atom, this much energy. 6.023 into 10 power 23 atoms, how much? Then energy of nth orbit for 1 mole, you will have, I will write simplified, minus 1312 into z square by n square. Now this is kilojoule per mole. Very important. Energy of nth orbit in kilojoule per mole. Difference observing everyone? Sir, why you are giving these many formulas, you may have a doubt. If options they are asking, sir, clearly calculate energy of orbit. Of what orbit? Third orbit of helium atom. Okay, helium atom in kilojoule per mole they are asking, sir. Then we have to use this formula or not? Kilojoule per atom. Sorry, kilojoule per atom means this formula. Kilojoule per mole if they are asking, we have to use this formula or not? Then what you will do? You will confuse. So that's why I am giving all these formulas. So energy of nth orbit per mole in kilojoules. What is the formula? Minus 1312 into z square by n square, that is kilojoule per mole. This is. Got it, sir? So one more you have in electron volts. Electron volts I was given. Kilocalories you have one more. So better to have all the formulas. Okay. So 1 kilocalories, how many joules you know? 1 kilocalorie is equals to 4.2 joules. So kilocalories, no, kilojoules. So 1 kilojoule is equals to 1 by 4.2 kilocalories or not? This formula divide by 4.2 so that you will get energy of nth orbit per mole. Per mole means 1 mole. Then you will get it's a minus 313 into z square by n square. This is kilocalorie. Kilocalorie. This is kilocalorie per mole. This is another formula. Please note down all these things. Per mole, all this. So 1312 and 313. That's it. Okay. Energy of nth orbit. You can do it. Minus 1312 by divided by 4.2. You will get this. Understanding? So energy of nth orbit minus 313 into z square by n square kilocalorie per mole. All formulas I was given here. How came also I was given very clearly. So simply note it down all these formulas. Okay. And one more time for clarity. Again, don't ask me what is Z. Z is atomic number. Atomic number means for what atom you are calculating energy, they will give you in numerical. Otherwise, we cannot solve. For ratio, they have no need to give. If they are asking for 2 atoms energy ratio, they have no need to give. Understand? So Z is atomic number and N is what? Shell number. What is the N is shell number. What is Z? Atomic number. Okay. So these all are very important for us. Please note down all these things and we will do some numericals in our next class. Maximum completed. Okay. Because quantum numbers already completed in this chapter. So atomic structure almost completed. But who are not attended those classes, don't worry. I will revise those classes. Okay, you have no need to worry about that. But middle and few just remains, just some drawbacks in boards. Yes, some drawbacks are there. And de Broglie wave concept, Heisenberg uncertainty principle we have mainly. And then quantum numbers itself. Okay, thank you. And quantum numbers videos are there and I'll share also individually. You have no need to worry about those. And just practice all these things and very, very important.